My dear brothers and sisters, this morning we hear in the gospel Jesus saying specifically that God's word will be fulfilled. God will fulfill his word to us. And that's something that we want to make sure is very clear. Because sometimes we can think that God is not going to fulfill his word. Jesus is saying specifically that what he is looking to do, what he is looking to bring about, is going to find its completion. That is, to teach us not just simply exterior observance of commandments, but rather to be in a relationship with God in such a way that he can fulfill his word through us. That is, bringing about within us a renewal and a transformation in the depths of our hearts so that we no longer are looking to go and only stay in mere observance of commandments, which might be necessary, of course, for somebody who might have the desire to go off into the wrong path, but rather changing us so that we always want to do God's will above all things. We see in Blessed Jolenta somebody who wanted to do God's will, and she did it in two different states of life. First she was married, and then she became a poor Clare after the death of her husband. And we see in her various works, too, her ability to show the love of God. So we ask the Lord today specifically that he may be glorified in us. We heard that first reading today, which was actually supposed to be for tomorrow, but that's okay, because tomorrow we're going to have a whole different set of readings anyway. That when we turn to the Lord, the glory of the light of Jesus shines upon us. And really this says something to us. This says that God did not come just simply for us to have an idea of God in heaven. He didn't come to just tell us a bunch of commandments to fulfill. He didn't come simply for us to have a bunch of rules. He didn't come for us to have just a bunch of theological dogmas either. And I'm not putting those down, don't get me wrong. But that stays on a certain level. God came among us. He took upon himself our humanity. He humbles himself. He makes himself accessible to us. Once again, in this very Eucharist, where we will receive the body, blood, soul, and divinity of Jesus Christ. And he does that so that his glory may be revealed in us and through us. This is what we ask the Lord to do. And he says, not the smallest letter of what he has said is going to pass away. His law of loving God and neighbor. His law of asking us to always pursue the highest, the best, the good. And to do so relying not on our own strength, but relying upon the Lord, who is able to take us and transform us from darkness into light.